The movie begins with words on the screen that say, "After the big attack on September 11, the US sent many soldiers, 10,000 in total, to a place called Afghanistan. 10 years after that, the number of US soldiers there grew to nearly 100,000. These soldiers needed help to talk with the local people, so they hired people who could translate languages. In return, these translators were promised visas so they and their families could live in the US." Hey there, welcome to the Rapid Movie Recap. If you're enjoying the chaos, smash that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and hit the bell, because who needs sleep anyway, right? See that CC button? Give it a click to turn on subtitles, because sometimes our genius commentary is just too fast for the human ear. And hey, do you see those cool items below this video? Those aren't just random things, those are our things. Help us keep the lights on here by grabbing some of that swag. Or don't, it's your life. On a very hot day, Sergeant John Kinley and his team are manning a checkpoint. They have a translator named Hadi and a person called Jizzy who are asking drivers about what they have in their vehicles. One driver gets mad because of these questions. Two other team members, Tomcat and JJ, notice this. Kinley asks Hadi and Jizzy to inspect the back of the truck while team members Chow Chow and Jack get ready. The driver starts sweating a lot and suddenly runs away. Kinley realizes something bad is about to happen. Then a bomb goes off. Kinley and his team are sad because Jizzy and Hadi are killed in the blast. Kinley has to pick a new translator. He chooses a person named Ahmed who comes with high recommendations. Ahmed is smart, quiet, and hardworking. Kinley doesn't think he will cause any problems. The team's mission is to find hidden explosives, also known as IEDs. The next day, the team is patrolling the streets. They reach a building at the end of a road. Ahmed knows this building. He warns that they may need extra help to find what they are looking for. However, Kinley decides to go on. A thin man opens the door. He doesn't really want to, but he lets the team inside. It turns out to be a place where people smoke hookah. Unconscious people and hookah pipes are scattered around. Kinley sits down in a chair, feeling disappointed. On a different day, the team travels far into the desert. They have information that suggests the Taliban is making hidden explosives at this place. Another translator suggests taking a longer route because the shorter one is blocked due to recent rains. Kinley agrees, and the team starts the journey. On their way, Ahmed asks Kinley to think again about their plan. Kinley stops the vehicles. He asks two men to check out the area from a hill. Another person is asked to communicate with their overhead surveillance. The hill is safe. There's no ambush waiting for Kinley's team. Kinley turns to talk to Ahmed, but he finds Ahmed holding the second translator at gunpoint. Kinley points his gun at Ahmed and tells him to put his gun down. Ahmed doesn't do it until the second translator admits that the Taliban has kidnapped his family. Their overhead surveillance shows that Kinley's team was about to walk into a trap. Back at their base, Kinley finds out that Ahmed decided to help the US military because the Taliban killed his son. This information changes how Kinley sees Ahmed, but he tells Ahmed to always follow his orders. Kinley talks to his boss, Colonel Vokes, about his frustrations. Vokes can't officially allow Kinley to go beyond their usual rules, but he also doesn't tell him not to. Another soldier, Sergeant O'Brady, hears their conversation and gives Kinley some useful information, a name. Kinley and his team find the person, who turns out to be a drug dealer. Ahmed doesn't translate their conversation word by word. Instead, he talks directly with the drug dealer. Ahmed offers him some money, but the dealer doesn't agree to help. The dealer threatens to kill Ahmed's family in front of him. Ahmed calmly offers him more money. Kinley doesn't like what Ahmed is doing, but Ahmed finally convinces the dealer to assist them. The drug dealer provides two places where the hidden explosives are being made. The important point is, there isn't just one factory. There are several places where different parts of the job are done, and then everything is brought together at the end. The team leaves and finds a lot of hidden explosives at a location in the desert. Kinley informs their base about their discovery and is told that help will arrive in 15 minutes. Kinley knows they can only stay safe for a short time, so they decide to advance. They discover 3 men hurting an Afghan man, but they're too late to save him. More enemy fighters arrive and a gun battle starts. Eventually, all members of Kinley's team are killed. Only Kinley and Ahmed manage to escape in one of the enemy's pickup trucks, but they're being chased by a dozen men. The US military arrives and collects the bodies of the fallen team members. The truck that Kinley and Ahmed are driving gets a flat tire. They leave the truck behind and use their location in the woods or mountainous area to their advantage, moving deeper into the terrain. Kinley and Ahmed try to get back to their base, but they can't reach anyone on their radios. They have to spend the night in the mountains. The men chasing them call their leader, who orders them to capture Kinley and Ahmed no matter what. When Kinley wakes Ahmed up, he hears a signal on the radio. It's the men chasing them. If they're picking up a signal, it means the enemies are near. Kinley and Ahmed quickly head back towards the base. They encounter 2 men in a valley and kill them with knives, as they don't have guns. 2 other men on a hill see them at the last moment. Now they had no choice but to use the guns they took from the men they killed. The sound of the gunshots echoes through the canyon, revealing their location to the enemy. They hide in a house. Kinley tries to find a way out but gets shot in the leg, stomach, and shoulder. Ahmed manages to kill the attackers from behind. He puts Kinley in the back of their truck and drives off using the main roads. He gets stopped by 3 enemy fighters who are having trouble with their own truck. They force Ahmed to give them a ride. One of them sits in the front with Ahmed, while the other 2 get in the back. Kinley stays very still under some blankets and rugs. Ahmed tells them he's a blanket and rug seller to keep his real identity hidden. They can't afford to be discovered. Ahmed takes care of Kinley's injuries, but it's just a quick fix. They move to another place where Ahmed trades their pickup truck for some medicine, food, and a 2-wheeled cart. Pushing Kinley up the mountains in the cart is tough for Ahmed. He uses light blankets to protect Kinley from the sun. Kinley keeps losing consciousness. At night, he wakes up in terrible pain, and Ahmed tries to soothe him. The next day, they reach a spot on the mountain from where Ahmed can see their base a few miles away. At a small outdoor shop, Ahmed buys water, but some enemy fighters arrive in their trucks and notice him. One of them lifts the blankets and finds Kinley. Ahmed quickly fights off the enemy fighters. After a while, the US military arrives. Ahmed, who is very tired, is told to put his hands up. They handcuff him and make him lie down. He tells them about Kinley in the cart. A soldier checks and is surprised to find Kinley alive. Kinley wakes up in a hospital. His consciousness comes and goes. The next thing he knows, he's back home in Santa Clarita, California. He's cooking steaks for his wife and kids, but there's a sadness in his eyes. He hears that Ahmed and his family are hiding because they haven't received their visas yet. Kinley tries to get help from everyone he can think of, but he doesn't succeed. He keeps calling, but he's always put on hold. He has to repeat his request many times. After being on hold for 3 hours, he starts drinking. His family notices this. He's told that before a visa can be issued, a background check has to be done. Kinley doesn't understand why a background check is needed for a 3-month-old baby. At his work, he's alone at night, still on hold, and starts drinking again. When he's disconnected, he gets very angry. He keeps running into dead ends. In Afghanistan, Ahmed is with his wife and their 3-month-old baby. He gets a warning call that the enemy knows where he is. His informant tells him to escape through the back door, but there's a man there. Ahmed hides behind the door while his wife grabs their emergency bag. When the intruder comes in, Ahmed kills him. They manage to escape through the back just as the enemy breaks down their front door. In the street, they blend in with the crowd. They quickly join another family at a dinner table, and the family plays along. Once the streets are clear, they get into the back of a truck and escape safely. Kinley is told about another option, private contractors. His wife suggests they take a second mortgage on their house so they can afford it. Kinley insists that Colonel Vokes make sure the visas are ready when needed. Vokes warns him that the enemy has put a price on his head, but Kinley is determined to do this for his own peace of mind. Kinley says goodbye to his family and flies back to Afghanistan using the fake name Ron K. He meets the person in charge of the operation. There's a last-minute change because a UN official is coming and they need to postpone his mission. But Kinley won't wait. He needs to get Ahmed and his family out today, as planned. He decides to go alone. They give him a truck and equipment. He's supposed to meet with Ahmed's brother. Ahmed's brother is left alone by the enemy because he sells them drugs. He provides Kinley with a driver to take him to Ahmed's location. On their way there, they're stopped at a checkpoint. The checkpoint worker insists on checking the back of the truck where Kinley is hiding. The man gets too close and Kinley has to kill him. They hide the body by a nearby river. A spy sees them and calls his boss. He manages to take a photo of Kinley. The boss recognizes Kinley, sends more men, and orders the spy to follow him. They want to capture or kill Kinley. Ahmed is fixing a truck while his wife takes care of their baby nearby. There are some other people around. Ahmed hears a voice he recognizes. It's Kinley, disguised in glasses and a traditional headscarf, and he has their visas. They quickly get into the back of the driver's truck, but the driver notices they're being followed. Kinley alerts his backup. The private contractors he hired send more support. They discover Ron Cade is actually John Kinley. The boss regrets prioritizing the UN official's visit over Kinley's mission. He sends a heavily armed plane, known as an Angel, to Kinley's location. The enemy sends more forces to Kinley's location. Kinley and Ahmed shoot at the closest vehicle, causing it to crash and block the one behind it. They reach a tunnel and leave their truck behind. Kinley uses their truck to block the tunnel and sets off a grenade to slow down the enemy. They move to the other side of the tunnel. From a safe spot on this side of a dam, the driver shoots at the enemy across the canyon. The enemy shoots back. Ahmed's wife hides with the baby in a shed on the dam. Kinley runs out of bullets. The driver is shot. Ahmed uses the last of his bullets. Just as the enemy starts closing in on Kinley, the Angel plane arrives and wipes out all the enemy fighters. Kinley and Ahmed's family are rescued by helicopter. Then they are flown back to the US on a military plane. Kinley and Ahmed share a respectful look. A message appears on screen. Since the military pulled out of Afghanistan, thousands of Afghan interpreters have been killed for helping the armed forces or are in hiding from the enemy. Be sure to shower love and praise upon our fantastic creators and artists by watching the full movie using the link in the description below. We're only giving you a taste of their genius here, so go feast your eyes on the real deal. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride, and remember to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more bite-sized movie magic.